Now, the next cybersecurity best practice is patch vulnerabilities promptly. First of all, we must understand what is the meaning of patching. Patching is the process of applying software updates to address security vulnerabilities, fix bugs, and improve overall system performance. We try to understand the meaning of patching with the help of an example. Suppose it is a road. With the passage, the road has been newly built. With the passage of time, some holes may appear on it at different places. The government authorities or the appropriate authority will be required to do patchwork so that these holes do not cause any problem to the vehicles or other commuters. Patching work is done. In the same way, in case of computer systems and other network systems, some weaknesses may appear with the passage of time. When a software is developed by a software developer or a company, they do their best to develop that software. But with the passage of time, some weaknesses may appear. Just like a wall has been built. With the passage of time, due to rain or due to scorching heat, some cracks may appear and we will have to do patchwork. In the same way, with the passage of time, some weaknesses may come in the software, or the hackers or cyber criminals may try to exploit the weaknesses in the softwares which are installed in our computer systems. Different types of softwares are used in our computer systems or other network systems. So the hackers or cyber criminals are always busy to find the weaknesses in the different types of softwares. So we must address non vulnerabilities as soon as patches become available. What it means? It means that when these weaknesses or vulnerabilities in the software come into the knowledge of the software developers or the vendors, software vendors, they develop patches so that these patches will be used to plug the weaknesses in the software so that the cyber criminals may not use these weaknesses in the software to launch cyber attack or to get unauthorized access to our computer systems or networks. Now, the question arises whether there is any real life example of patch vulnerability being exploited by the cyber criminals, whether the cyber criminals have ever used weaknesses in our softwares. Yes, there are real life examples. You might have heard about WannaCry ransomware attack in 2017, in which about 2 lakh 30,000 computers were impacted in more than 150 countries. How the cyber criminals were in a position to launch this ransomware attack? Because of a vulnerability, because of a weakness. Which weakness? The cyber criminals exploited a weakness, eternal blue. Eternal blue vulnerability in Microsoft SMB protocol. They exploited, cyber criminals exploited eternal blue vulnerability in Microsoft SMB protocol. Microsoft had released the patch in March 2017. Microsoft had come to know about these weaknesses in their SMB protocol, and they had already released a patch in March 2017. That is 2 months before this attack was launched in May 2017. So before this attack, two months before this attack, Microsoft had developed the patch, but the organizations who had not done the applied the patches in their computer systems or network systems were badly affected due to this WannaCry ransomware attack. This ransomware attack encrypted the data lying in the computer systems of the affected organizations. The organizations working in different fields such as finance, healthcare, and other organizations were badly affected. When we are talking about WannaCry ransomware attack, we must make mention of UK National Health Services, which was badly affected due to this ransomware attack. Because of this ransomware attack, the data was encrypted and ransom had to be paid, or ransom was demanded in Bitcoin. So, thousands of computers we have named, pointed out the number of computers which were affected. So, a large number of thousands of appointments in different affected hospitals were cancelled. Thousands of surgeries which were fixed had to be postponed due to this ransomware attack. So, this attack, WannaCry ransomware attack, shows that there is need to immediately do the patchwork, do the patching, or apply the patches as and when they are developed or become available. Another example in respect of exploitation of vulnerability or weakness by the hackers is Equifax data breach in 2017. Equifax is the name of a no, name of a company which is in financial sector in USA. It is a very prominent name in financial sector in US. Here in this case, in the case of Equifax, the attackers exploited a weakness in the Apache Struts web application framework. They exploited a weakness in Apache Struts web application framework. Although the patch of this vulnerability was released months before this attack, the Equifax did not apply it or fail to apply it in a timely manner, or it did not apply the patches properly, or did not apply the patches in a timely manner. So, because of their inability to apply patches, make use of patches, there was a data breach attack, and due to that, data of about 147 million people was leaked. Sensitive information of large number of this was one of the largest data breaches in the world. So due to this data breach, which happened due to lack of applying of patches by the Equifax, it resulted a large into a big financial loss for the company and loss of reputation damage for the company, because a large number of multiple class lawsuits were filed. Multiple class action suits were filed against the company. Class action means when a group of people collectively file a case against a company, it becomes class action lawsuit. So when multiple class action lawsuits were filed against the Equifax because of their failure to protect the sensitive data of the clients, the company had to pay billions of dollars to settle those cases. So it shows these two examples, WannaCry ransomware attack and Equifax data breach, shows the importance of making use of patches in time to avoid the exploitation of weaknesses in the software and avoid the cyber attacks, as the cyber attacks may make use of the weaknesses in the software to launch cyber attacks. So if we apply patches in time, eh, most of the cyber attacks can be avoided, and we can avoid the financial loss or reputation damage which a attack can do to the company. Thanks for watching. If you like our course, please spare some time to give a star rating to our course.